We had a problem with internet. We had to shut that down and start it over. All right. So CX1DJs, we do things different podcasts. Let me make sure we good here. Um, we had to shut that down. Producer and come back. That was crazy. Producer, can you pass me them glasses, please? I appreciate it. I appreciate all you do. Close that door. Thank you. Give me a water, bottle of water. I appreciate that. Alrighty. Let me make sure. Let's make sure that Facebook is Instagram is working. Yeah, we working. We're working. Let me see. See if it's working. See him. Yeah, that is crazy. Nah, they ain't working, yo. They ain't working. Hold on. Let me go live. Okay, hold on for a minute. I think Instagram. Thank you. Yeah, it's a delay on Instagram's the delay on Instagram, but I think we got it popping back popping. All right. Yeah, we had to start the live over, and don't worry, we're gonna start it from the top. CX1DJs, we do things different podcasts, and I need everybody from CX1DJs to check back in and let me know you back in here because I have announcements to make that we're gonna do over, and this will go over an hour because we got to make sure that we cover. Yeah, it's gonna go over 10 minutes. That's all. We had to start and go back. I don't know what the fuck happened to the internet. That was crazy. Shout out to Spectrum. We're gonna look into that and see what's going on with that. But let me get my mojo back how I had it because I had a mojo going in here. All right, make sure my jury showing. Yeah, I had a little mojo going and was feeling good. To the shit, the internet. I looked over there, internet was out. I'm like, what the hell's going on in this motherfucker? Numinati all over my body. So checking in when you come, you log back in, check in, let me know you here. I appreciate it if you do that. That really shout out to T Cap. I guess yeah. And we have a lot of people watching on Roku and other browsers and other ways of listening to this podcast when we go live instead of YouTube. And we shout out to YouTube because we give the platform the opportunity. But we're gonna be going live on 30 different platforms on Sunday with George Michael. We already got it set up. So it's gonna be dirty. We're gonna be on Twitch. We're gonna be on Facebook. We're gonna be on LinkedIn. We're gonna be on everything besides. We're gonna be on. Of course, we're gonna be on YouTube. But other people like watching. We on Instagram now. CX1DJs 247 Radio on Instagram streaming live right now. But we have a lot of people that like listening. They don't like coming to YouTube because YouTube make you sign in. They make you do this. They make you do that. I mean, I like YouTube. I mean, it's the stimulations is kind of high, I think, but who don't want rules and regulations? I mean, you got to have you running a corporate business, you got to have rules and regulations. And Julia Simmons told me to watch how I move the mic, so I'm trying to listen to my boss lady. She said, "Butterrock, watch how you move that goddamn mic, boy, boy." So we're gonna listen to Julia Simmons tonight. So let's check out the fit. This shirt is Giorgio Armani, and this is the baseball Giorgio Armani sweater. I mean, it's a baseball shirt. Giorgio Armani though, and R.P. to Giorgio Armani. He passed away. Y'all didn't know that, did you? He passed away. God damn it! And my mic is a little too short. Maybe address this. I don't care. I don't care if she get mad. I may pull up just a little bit. Just a little bit. And shout out to everybody. Like I said, I got to do my announcements all over again. Shout out to everybody on iHeartMedia and Amazon Music and Spotify and Apple Music, Apple Podcasts. Appreciate all you just checking on there. And I want to say this real quick. If you really support DJ Butterrock, you will continue to support it. It ain't about you, but if you want it about you, you got to make it about you. Now, if you know when the fuck that we doing our events is on the flyers, the dates on there, I'm gonna need everybody to really be real and check the dates in the flyer. Don't assume some shit that if you're not reading, I know I'm gonna tell you something. P Brown, she told me, she said, Butterrock, niggas don't read. I said, P Brown, come on, don't say that about niggas. She said, nah, Butterrock, I can post some shit and niggas don't read. I never understand what the hell P Brown was talking about until now. She said, Butterrock, niggas don't read. You could have shit. And she said, that's why you gotta watch what you post. Cause Niggas will read what they want to read. I'm like, what? P Brown. And shout out to P Brown. She said, Butterrock, niggas don't read. But they will read some shit when they want to read some shit. But it's entertaining some shit promoting your ass or promoting an event. If it don't got their name on it, they ain't gonna read it. Or it ain't got nothing to do with them. So what I'm going at is please read the flyer. Shout out to DJ Money, check it back in. Please read the flyer so you know when we doing these shows. Untold Stories is a mandatory. I'm asking for everybody to get on here. I try to do the shows when some of my staff is off work or between work or whatever. I try to keep it, you know, we're gonna be doing this 7 days a week, and it's mandatory everybody get on here because it starts at 8 p.m. Everybody, and like I told DJ Money, you can have the shit in your ears. You don't gotta be actually on the thing, watching the video unless you want to watch the video. But audio, it don't, you have the luxury of having a job when you can have this shit in your ear and you could speak or you could type. Well, you can't speak, but you could type. This is the easiest shit to support because you don't have to actually physically do shit, but listen and type if you hear me call your name. That who the fuck can do that? You know what I'm talking about? And for everybody that's watching this on different browsers, I'm not going to talk shit to nobody because I found out a lot of people that is watching this show don't log into YouTube. They just watch it off the browser, or they could go to the YouTube channel and just watch it because we don't make it as for members only. And my shout out to my I cannot forget to shout out my coach Chad from iHeartMedia. Shout out to Chad out there in New York City, really holding us down. And shout out to Spectrum. I got to check and see what the hell happened to Spectrum. I never had an internet drop like that. It dropped like fuck it, like yo nigga, we done. You gonna start your whole live over, which we did, and we should for the all the digital platforms that pick up this podcast. We got to make sure it's a clean slate when we deliver the podcast to everybody. So let's get into the announcements, and we're gonna get into the show. Well, you know what? Because I love you guys so much, and I know you guys got shit to do. I'm gonna make sure we done by 9:00, even though with that little slight delay with the internet going out, we'll be done at 9:00. I'm not gonna hold you people because I'm quite sure you people got other things to do to support DJButterrock at the Cx1DJs. We do things there, podcasts, Untold Stories. So I know man, I got shit to do. So I'm not gonna hold nobody long, and I gotta hold them. I promise. 9:00 we done. Because this is part one of the Untold Stories of Gunna. Now let's get into Gunna. You guys came here for that. Let me move the mic. If it make noise, I apologize for anybody in the digital airwaves that keep hearing noises. But I'm in a different studio and I have to move the mic, and I have a DJ stand here, so I gotta move it around a little bit. All right. And one thing I hate when the internet go out, if you have somebody on there, you will lose that person. Let me So we're gonna get right into it because I'm not gonna be here no longer. I had a couple of people that told me they coming tonight. So let's get into the story. Now, how many people know that Gunna? I gotta get my mic, my camera switch lanes on my ass. We got 4 cameras, one here, and we got the other backup camera for the other platform that's over there. So when I look over here, that's for another platform. All right. So how many people know Gunna is still signed to YSL? If you didn't know that, he's still signed to Young Doug label. So we're gonna get personal with this. So let me get personal. Let's get personal. Okay, T-Cap is calling. T-Cap, are you there?
Yeah, your mic is out.
My mic is. I can hear it. You don't hear me?
Yeah, I can. No, I don't hear you on my end.
You don't hear me on your end? What the fuck is going on here? Yo, it's a fucking problem tonight. I can hear.
You saw it glitching a little bit, then the sound went out.
So.
Money to see if he can hear you.
Hey,
just my phone.
All right, hey DJ Money, can you hear me? Because I can hear me. It's showing that my mic working. Can you hear me, DJ Money? Make sure that's not because it's showing that it's on. On the.
I'm gonna get on this phone too then.
Yeah. Money, DJ Money, can you hear me? Money probably, I don't know what the hell Money do. Let me see something. Hold on for a minute. All right, we having a problem with the audio. Hold on, y'all, before we start it. Let's make sure this shit work. Anyway, usually it will show up here if it didn't work here. So let me go to the podcast. And shout out to T-Cap checking into that. Let me see what's going on before we start this. I want to make sure the mic is working. Make sure the mic is working, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Yeah, he said he can't hear me. Hold on. I got to see what the hell's going on here. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Hey, TCAP, the mic is on, bro. That's on your end, TCAP. Hey, TCAP, the mic is on, bro. Yeah, that's on your end, TCAP. You might have to shut your phone down and turn it back on. All right, so we checked the mics is working. That the TCAP, that's on your end, my brother, because I'm on my tablet and the show is running. So it's the mic is on. All right, so let's get into what we're doing. Yeah, it's working on my end, sir. Yeah, it's working on my end. I appreciate TCAP for doing that. But sometimes when we shut the live off, it comes back and sometimes it mess up the other person free. Let me call TCAP again and let them know that shit working. Yeah, yeah, it's working. Do 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 do. All right, it's working on my end, sir. You still on here? But anyway, Cx1DJs. We do things different podcasts. I ain't gonna let nothing stop. Yeah, usually it'll show me here, but usually when we shut the live down, it affects other people. Where it might mess up their system. They might have to reboot and come back. So TCAP, you might have to click out, refresh, and come back to the live. All right, let's get into the Gunna thing. So everybody needs to know that Gunna is still signed to YSL. And let's get into something. Let me turn this down real quick. Let's get into something real quick. Because I don't want nothing to interrupt this. I have the other. And Julia Simmons just texted me. She said, Butterrock, I appreciate TCAP, but we've been hearing you the whole time. So that's on his end. All right, so but I asked TCAP if something to go on to let me know, being he's the vice president. I think Money went to sleep. I don't know where DJ Money went. But anyway, make a long story short, Gunna been signed, never left YSL, the label. Let's also get into something. Everybody called Gunna a snitch. Do you know the whole definition of a snitch? Do you know the whole trial details? A lot of people think they know everything that went on in the trial, which they don't. So if you've never been in jail before and the prosecutor already got all the charges and got the people that did snitch and I really believe, and this is my professional advice, when you get into this music industry and if you're a street nigga or you're just a person that want to do rock and roll music or you want to be a rock star or some shit like that, and but the people around you is in the streets, then unfortunately you have to separate yourself from that. And that means you have bitch niggas and you have rich niggas, you had jealous niggas, you had niggas that want to be you had motherfuckers that want to follow the trend as the superstar and follow the trend as a motherfucker that want to be like you, but they don't want the shit that come with it. So Gunna pretty much wanted to be the Gunna he is now. But the street shit, he thought that shit was gonna play itself out. And Gunna know that. His people know that. We shout out to everybody at YSL. So when shit hit the fan, yeah, Untold Stories is telling shit that you don't know. Everybody saw the trial, so we're not gonna revisit that shit tonight because that ain't what the fuck we here to do. But let's celebrate the good shit about everything because everybody think it's all bad. It ain't all bad when you end this shit and you decided that you want to be a rapper. You gotta understand. You gotta come with it. You gotta come with the shits. So if you didn't sign up to be a gangbanger or a blood or whatever that shit, so when some shit hit the fan, you still the same person that you was when you signed the contract. So when we get into untold stories of somebody, especially somebody like Gunna or somebody like 6ix9ine or whatever you want to put classify, like 6ix9ine said, "Hey, nigga, I ain't a snitch. I'm this. I had to do what I had to do. Niggas was robbing me, so I had to, pretty much turn state." But the situation with 6ix9ine and Gunna to me is two different things. When you facing racketeering and you facing a whole lot of other shit, and you ever heard that thing of being a liar? So if you say, "Hey, nigga, YSL, Young Slime Life is a gang," you got on the stand, they tell you to tell the truth, nothing but the goddamn truth. So in your eyes, you thought it was a motherfucking gang, right? So I mean, people might say you're a snitch, but I mean, how I look at it, nigga, is I'm gonna tell you how I look at it. It's business as usual. You might look at it as Gunna's a snitch. I don't look at it as he a snitch. I look at him, he's a young brother that was in the business to do business, not in the business to go to jail for some other shit that he didn't do. Period. And no one said Gunna did any of that shit. And I love Young Doug. I love his music, but I really believe when you bring the young people in the game that's not built like you and not didn't come from the same aura, even if they did, I know people from the projects that I'm from the same projects that they don't live the same life. They don't want to live the same life. They just want to elevate and do their thing. They ain't come here. But sometimes you got to perpetrate a fraud, and unfortunately, that's what Gunna did. And I love you, Gunna, but I'm gonna be honest with it. We're doing untold stories. We got to tell both sides of the story. When you glorify one thing and you with one thing, but if you listen to Gunna music is rocking. It's that rock star hip hop ATL world music. It's not that really. Doug is gangster, but Doug kept it pop. He kept it gangster pop. I'm gonna call it gangster. He kept it where your kids could listen to that shit. But and you gotta you gotta understand the lifestyle. A lot of people that listen to these young brother music, they understand the lifestyle. So if you're gonna do the music, you gotta understand. I understand the lifestyle. I understand the shit when it was a Rich Gang, when Doug was with Rich Gang before he started YSL. So let's get into it. I ain't never gonna say nobody real name on the untold stories because we not doing no news reporting shit. So we're gonna say Gunna. His age, he's born June 14, 1993. So that makes him 32 years old. So when you 32 years old, you facing life in prison and you just came here to be a rock star. And it was a known fact that people said on paper Gunna snitched on someone else, he told, and people knew that. If you knew that, you can't blame Gunna for being a real one to himself. And like, nigga, I ain't about to go down for no 30, 40 fucking years, nigga. For some shit. I'm just around. I'm just trying to be a rock star. I'm following you niggas lead. You niggas older than me. So I mean, I'm gonna say this on here, not just because I'm doing this. I don't look at Gunna as a snitch. I look at him as a young brother that got mixed up with the wrong shit. So I'm gonna say this again. I don't look at him as a snitch. I look at him as a young brother that got mixed up in shit. And I've been in this game 35 years. I've been in the street shit. I know a snitch. I know a snitch from a motherfucker that got mixed up in shit. It ain't the same shit. Damn, that shit rap like a motherfucker. So you can't say a motherfucker a snitch that got mixed up in some shit, and then the person that let's get to Doug, young Doug. I respect him, Clayton County all day, baby, South Atlanta. But what I don't respect is the people that know the people they bring in to represent their brand know they are not about. So this is how I look. If I'm living one life and I'm doing one thing, I'm not gonna bring Punkerfoot to some another lifestyle. You know why? Because that's not her life. That's Punkerfoot is my artist. Okay, female artist. and she's not into the street shit. We do music, we do party music, strip club music, reality rap. But I'm not gonna bring her to another world. That's not her world. Even though she might be around niggas that live the other world. So break it down. So this untold story is to make people that probably made their own opinion on Gunna and call him a snitch. The young brother ain't a snitch. He just got mixed up in shit. All right, so we're gonna go to this right here. Let's talk about he for keep in mind. I want y'all what I want y'all to really understand that people don't understand. Young Doug was with Rich Gang. He did a lot of shit with Rich Gang. All right, and people thought he was signed to Cash Money, Young Money, which he wasn't. Um, Young Doug always was signed to 300. All right, ENT. He had the distribution deal. He landed the distribution deal with 300 Entertainment with Kevin Lau in 2016. All right. Shout out to Kevin Lau. All right. We can't forget Kevin Lau out there. All right. So when he started that, he was doing the course, Little Baby. Everybody came and was helping Doug. Well, actually, Doug helped Little Baby. We'll get into that in a little bit. So Baby was locked up. Doug was hitting the streets, warming up the streets. But you gotta understand, somebody that was there the whole time was Gunna. Gunna was there in the background. A lot of people just thought Doug Gunna just came on the scene. No, Gunna was there in the background the whole fucking time that he started YSL, Young Slime Life Records. All right, so Gunna always been there. But Gunna started doing records start dropping records in 2019. I'm not gonna get into all the singles and all that shit. All right, some of his songs and some of his singles was on the top 20, top 200s, and Billboard top 200s. Top 200s. I got this shit from the PR. I'm reading it. Yeah, so some shit I'm not gonna get into all that. We ain't got enough time for all that. All right, he had a bang out hit in 2022, and unfortunately, he got arrested. Actually, had a bang out record in 2022. He had an album that dropped in 2022. Actually, both of them niggas dropped the album. And then he got arrested May 11, 2020, 2020, May 11, 2022. So that's everybody life changed May 11. Everybody. The whole YSL. Which and by that time, he had 50 top tracks out on the Billboard top hundreds. Not one, not two, 50. I'm talking about Gunna. I ain't talking about Young Doug. I'm talking about Gunna. I don't know too many young motherfuckers that age got 50 top 100, 50 tracks on the top 100s. Right, from the year 2019 up to 2020. And actually, as Gunna was still incarcerated when he got locked up for the state RICO charge, wasn't feds. They still was dropping music. Had another album dropping December 14, 2020, second. No, December 14, 2022, excuse me. And as Young Doug and Gunna and most of the YSL locked up, this records was still selling. 300 ENT was still making money off of Young Slime Life. You guys get it? When you guys out here living a certain lifestyle and the record labels are still benefiting off of you while you still incarcerated. That's crazy, ain't it? The money don't stop. Kevin Lau went on there. He spoke for Young Doug. Now, if I was Gunna, what I went, we can't say what we would have did if we was in Gunna's shoes because none of us, we've been to certain shit and we might deal with shit certainly different from that young brother, but we can't not say what we'd have did if we was facing 100 years in prison. And you got kids at home, you got a family, you have a career. How many motherfuckers would have sit there and say, yeah, I ain't a part of that gang. I don't know what you talking about, Yana. I'm standing 10 toes down. I don't think nobody on this live would have went to jail for no motherfucking 100 years. Nobody on iHeartMedia, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, all the platforms that we streaming on, YouTube, Spotify, would have went to jail for 100 fucking years. So when y'all calling this young brother that's young, he was young as hell then, and crucify him for saying what it was, what it is. God damn it, he's on 32 now. He was in his 20s when he was facing 100 years in prison, state charges. How many of you people ever been to Wright Street, the Fulton County Jail? Have you been to the Wright Street, Fulton County Jail, or the Gwinnett County Jail? That's not a place, or DeKalb County. That's not a place for nobody. And I'm not saying do the crime and start snitching. I'm just saying if you facing 100 fucking years with some goons and gorillas and demons, even if you was a stand-up killer gorilla, you the motherfucker that stand on all toes, not 10 toes, every toe in your fucking foot. Would you sit there and do 100 years? Only thing you got to say is, yo, it's a gang. Shit moves like that. Nigga, please. If a nigga say they'll stand on all that and do 100 years, and all the prosecutor wanted to catch young Gunna into a lie. And this young brother, I got all the information. I got the transcripts from court. I got all. Nigga, we are journalists now. We journalists. We news reporters. We DJ reporters. I got every fucking thing. And I don't never have to say allegedly because I got every fucking thing to report tonight. We just don't got enough time. Another thing, this shit ain't all about music. We are promoting music to promote that we got people on here that who's ever we are doing our show on tonight, but it really is educational. So let's talk about Gunna. Born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. This dude played. He played sports and shit like that. But he went to school. He was not a bad kid, man. This guy was not into the street shit. Wanted to be a superstar. He wanted to be a global star. So when you you have goals in life. It's just one thing about Gunna. I'm gonna say this looking in the camera. He loved and he respected Young Thug. He looked up to Young Thug. Even though now the relationship with them two is not there, it's pretty much Doug like, yo, nigga, drop the records, do the recording, you got a contract, boom, boom, boom. But he constantly putting the money into YSL. Now, my job here is to report what the fuck is what it is. What it is it's business as usual. All right. You classify. I'm gonna talk for just say I'm Gunna, and Young Doug hear me. I'm gonna talk like I'm Gunna. Well, I'm gonna drop the albums. We got a certain amount of time. We got to do this shit, and then when I'm done, I'm gonna do my own thing. Cause we checked all the record sales. Gunna is constantly sell. None when he got out of prison at county jail. None of his sales went down. None of it. Actually, he increased the revenue to help out the lawyer fees for Doug and everybody else that's in the YSL camp. Who you think was had the money continuous? Doug was still doing music, but Gunna album went crazy when it dropped. Only thing I saw streaming from Doug, and I like Doug, was his old shit, but his album was good. Gunna shit went crazy. You gotta understand something. Gunna had an album dropping. Doug and Gunna had an album dropping right. Definitely Gunna. Well, let's talk about Gunna. This is about Gunna. We'll do something on Doug later. Gunna had an album dropping right when he went to jail. This shit went triple platinum. Like, people, he got locked up on a promo tour. He had to turn himself in on a promo tour. I got the information from the PR. I got everything here. Let me tell you some untold story shit that is nowhere but right here. Gunna was not going to turn himself in. He was scared to turn himself in. That's an untold story shit that I got from his people. He was not going to do it. A close friend of his told him, yo, man, your whole career will be over if you don't turn yourself in. if you don't make yourself available to turn yourself in. And then it will hurt Doug if you didn't turn yourself in. Because it's gonna make everything that they claiming he did what he plead guilty. I don't know what the fuck Doug did. We get into the Doug Untold whenever we get with his people and get that information that they want let out. But put it like this: if you look at both entities, they might say the snitch always get the better deal. No, I think being wise and being truthful, you get the better deal when you're being wise and truthful. And one thing Gunna did say on the stand that in words, I got to make it PG here, and for my people, my viewers, my white Caucasian people to understand this shit that like Gunna, and Gunna got a lot of white fans. Pretty much, I ain't signed up for this shit. I signed up to be a star. And I'm just gonna break it down in clear terms without going into everything that went with that, because just really about that. I can't start an untold story without telling some untold shit. So you gotta understand something. It's about who you with, man. In the industry, you gotta understand ain't no fucking loyalty in this shit. So you're gonna go, number one, you're gonna go with the bad guy. Nobody right now on YSL is hotter than Gunna. Nobody. Young Slime Records, hottest artist, I hate to say it, is I'm gonna kudos to Young Doug because he signed your boy Gunna. What you can't do, nigga, if shit go wrong, you can't shit on in the bag, nigga. I don't give a fuck if you how I look at it, if you snitched on me, Gunna got lawyers out the ass. He had other record labels that wanted. He had the parent company of 300 wanted to sign him directly. This is an untold story. Nobody got it. So I know other bloggers be trying to steal my juice, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. Now, let me give you another untold story that you can't Google. Niggas been there Googling while I'm doing it now, trying to look up the shit. You ain't gonna look up the shit I got, nigga. You gonna look up the basic shit. Let me drop a jewel to you. Other labels was trying to sign Gunna when he got out of jail. He didn't do it. They was gonna pay his contract out. He didn't do it. So when you calling this man a snitch and unlawyer, Gunna did not go the other route, and he could have did it. They was gonna buy his contract. They was gonna separate him from Young Doug, being Young Doug was still fighting his RICO case. Gunna stand behind Doug behind the scenes. To me, that's some stand-up shit. Because some niggas I know right now would have just do me under the goddamn fuck ButterRock. Let me sign with you, nigga. Let me go in this other DJ crew. Fuck that nigga over there and burn him, crucify that nigga. Send him, give him 39,000 years. The fuck niggas. This young brother, not even 40 years old, staying on 40. He like, nah, nigga, let me go ahead and make this money for the crew while niggas are incarcerated. So money needs to be, these lawyers ain't for free. I know people say that lawyers is here for pro bono for promotion. No, nigga, them lawyers was getting paid tens of thousands of dollars a week. Not a month, nigga, a week. I got it right here. A week. Let me see what they tell me. They was paying YSL was paying lawyer fees for most members that was indicted over 15,000 a week. Most nigga, what? And that's only for one member of YSL. Cause they indicted more than just Doug and Gunna, right? It was more other motherfuckers that went to court and then they turned state star snitching. So everybody's talking about Gunna snitching. Let's talk about all the other motherfuckers that snitched. Everybody want to talk about Gunna and want to throw the book at Gunna, but last time I checked, there's a lot of niggas in YSL that snitched. Besides Gunna. A lot of niggas. Shout out Roku. We got 5,000 people watching on Roku. I like that. I don't keep talking shit. Make me feel good. I ain't even looking at what's on YouTube because we can't. Them numbers ain't right. So I don't care about that. But shout out to Roku because we could tell who's on Roku. Shout out, you download the Roku app and we get streaming on the Roku. So shout out to the Roku. We got over 5,000 people. Shout out to Roku. Smart TV. You can watch CX. Make sure you download the Roku app and you can look for Cx1DJs on YouTube on Roku. But unfortunately, when you're on the YouTube on Roku, it goes to the Roku streaming part, and we have the app. You to see it, you gotta have the Roku app. Shout out to Roku. Back to what I was saying with Gunna. So a lot of people was shitting on Gunna, but I really like the young brother, and I went ahead and continue to support Gunna and play his music. And Cx1DJs Coalition, all my affiliates, all my industry partners, my coach, everybody, we play this music, and we're gonna continue to play Gunna music. Now, I'm gonna go to this part of this interview because we're gonna end at 9, and we're not gonna go past 9. How many people would have got the money that was offered to them and signed with another label? How many people would have did that? How many people would have just said, fuck Doug, I'm just gonna go on my own and do my own music and just I wanna pretty much back away from that situation and do my own shit. I'll wait. I'll wait. And so drip or down 2 came out in 2019. They had one came out in 2018. And I'm gonna tell you that project with Doug and Gunna was a dope ass project. And every hit on every song in there was a hit. And that also landed them in the top 200 on Billboard, like I said earlier. But what I want when you do a project that actually some of the songs, some of the singles go platinum, and some go gold. And even if it don't do anything far as in gold or platinum, it's trend. But most of the Gunner and Young Thug music went platinum. I don't know too many people that came from that era, 2013, 2019. We're gonna do something on Doug as well. 2016 was the era for Young Slime Life. A lot of shit was getting sticky in Atlanta back then. And Young Doug was the head artist that was running ATL. You couldn't get no bigger than Young Doug out here. So if you were signed to Young Slime Life Records, you definitely was out here doing what you got to do. It was not about you had the Wyatt Felucci's, you had Young Doug. Unfortunately, they was crashing with each other, but them you had Think Is a Game, Young Slime Life. It was no other label with the young artists. I don't like saying YNs. I ain't gonna say that shit. With the young, up and coming Atlanta wave artists. You had YSL, Think Is a Game. That was it. That was the only companies running this shit. And then you had Quality Control, but the Quality Control sound was just a little different. It was just a little different from Think Is a Game and Young Slime Life. And shout out to everybody that Think It's a Game. I love everybody. I met them at the Blue Cantina back at the Lucci single release party when he first signed to Think It's a Game. And Fly is a good dude. I'm a shout out to Fly for Think It's a Game. He's a good dude. Hey, Doug. I met Doug a bunch of times in Clayton County before on his come up. He was I'll call it young Doug and struggling. He was doing it. And we talk about early, man. 2000 and I'm gonna tell you, 14. I met Doug and on Terra Boulevard. So what I'm trying to tell you, when people coming up and Doug didn't look nothing like the Doug today. Even when you talk to Doug, he was when I say Douging and struggling, I was surprised that you know what, I don't want to say surprise because when you working hard, you're gonna achieve the shit that people think. Now, do I think he would be on the level he is now? Hell, I ain't never think that. Even I met him in 20. I met Doug in 2013 to 2012, something like that. It's around that time. I don't want to lie because I don't do no fucking lying. I don't do no fucking cap. Ain't no cap in my motherfucking rap. But it was about 2011, 2012, something like that. He was in a mix, but he wasn't in a mix. At that time, he was chilling with Brick Squad and he was doing shit, a lot of mixtapes and shit and really dugging out there in Clayton County. Hard. Clayton County was a very scary place back in 2011, 12. It was very gangster. Yeah, that's what that brother from. So anyway, make a long story short, from 2011 and 2000, from I'm gonna say 2000, 2012, and briefly, a whole lot of shit happened. Because 2016, he was on the top of his game. I'm talking about young. Actually, 2014. Listen, 2014, 2015, Young Doug was on top of his game, and Gunna was right next to him. So I tell people, you can't mention Doug without mentioning Gunna, and vice versa. You can't mention Gunna without mentioning Doug. Before we get into the video part of this, I want to let everybody know this. This show is sponsored by Jones Graphics T-shirt printing. Visit the website, jonesgraphics44.com. Shout out to Punkin for the Panty Girl. Shout out to everybody that's here, TCAP. And shout out to everybody that really support Cx1DJs and pay attention to what we got going on. Shout out to DJ Money. Shout out to Julia Simmons. Shout out to Bill Watson. Shout out to iHeart Media, my coach, Chad. Shout out to everybody that really support Cx1DJs. Shout out to YouTube. Whenever they get the numbers right, they get them right. Shout out to all the platforms that stream Cx1DJs. We Do Things Different podcasts. Like I said, we have a lot of programs coming to the station. I have music part that we getting the licenses in place so we could pay to make sure these songs and a lot of these videos that we management sent us to play of the artist out of respect of them allowing us to do the show. But unfortunately, when we put it on YouTube, they'll flag it up certain platforms. So we got to make sure all that part. So my team is working on that behind the scenes, making sure when we do our Untold stories, it be enjoyable for everybody and educational. But like my coach said, it's not about playing music and videos. It's more about me talking and explaining my point of view and breaking down the story of whatever artist that we choose and get approved to have on the Untold Stories. So it's not really about a bunch of music and shit. It's more about me breaking down the story of the artist that we choose and we selected to have on Untold Stories. Original CX1DJ Coalition LLC, CX1DJs, We Do Things Different Podcast LLC, original series, Untold Stories, trademark and everything. So no hater could steal nothing. Anything I do is trademark. If you hear it coming out of my mouth, if you see us promoting it, that shit is trademark, copywritten. We don't play with that nigga stealing shit. The logo is properly trademarked, so I tell everybody, if you don't have permission to use the logo, do not use it. I have a team that will go after your ass, so you have to have permission by me to use the fucking logo. We see that logo out there anywhere, we will get that shit shut down immediately. And I'm telling everybody that the CX1DJ logo and the We Do Things Different podcast logo is not to be played with. We got other niggas with money behind that shit, promoting this shit. And shout out to TCAP for all you do. And I appreciate everything you do, TCAP. And I tell everybody else, stay sucker free, because there's a lot of suckers out here, motherfuckers. All right, so like I said earlier, before the internet went down, the direction of CX1DJs is more than you think. Is more than brotherhood. Is more corporate level direction. So if anybody ever been a part of a music organization that's going straight corporate wise, that means everybody have a job to do. You got to do it. If you're trying to get paid, you have to do your job. Unfortunately, in radio, when you're doing certain shit, everything's by commission. We are a commission-based company. So you don't make no sales, you don't fucking eat, period. I tell everybody, if you don't make a way for yourself in this shit, you don't eat. Gunna made a way for himself. He ain't just goddamn start rapping and shit. And you notice everybody trying to steal the Gunna style. Everybody, people, I noticed that people try to stay away from Gunna because they call him a snitch and shit, but everybody trying to steal his style though. I respect Gunna. You know why? Because he knew he listen to me. Let me put the mic right here. Doug knew who the hell Gunna was. Okay. He knew he was not built like that. He was not made for the shit that he put him in. So we got to put some, and Doug is a real nigga. He know he got to put some of the blame on him. You can't blame Doug. You can't blame Gunna for being Gunna. That's like me going fucking, let me separate this, because I don't want Gunna people thinking I'm talking about him. If I go out and date somebody I know is wrong for me and I know she's wrong, Nah, that's a bad. I can't do that one. All right, if you know you're not built for it, and somebody try to make you built for it, I had to change that shit up. You know you're not built for it, and somebody make you built for it, and shit blow up in your face, then it's not the person that you made do some shit they wasn't built for. I think that sounds better. So, who you blame? The person that made you do some shit you ain't built for. In the block. I like that. I'm fucking with you, Gunna. And none of your people gonna watch this shit. They always do. We know you watch. We know when people watching this shit. This ain't no bullshit. But I wanna break down the story. Now, keep in mind, Untold Stories. We telling you a story. It's not coming here to see music and all that shit. You hear music, we slipping some music, we slipping a music video, and that's a plus. Sometime we could do it. I'll be trying to test the waters, and one thing about DJButterrock, I break rules. I don't give a fuck. A motherfucker say you can't play it. I'm gonna try to do it for my fans and my audience and people that watch this shit later on. But we at that part, we got to play the video, and then we're gonna sign off and do our notes. And Julius Simmons said, "Butterrock, turn your other phone off," and I did. He said, "Turn that shit off. Everything working, everything's clear." Cause I got 4 phones, goddamn. I want to give out one number though. All right, so we're gonna get it to this part. Let me move my mic here before Julia kill my motherfucking ass. She said, "Butterrock, understand this. You got other people watching you, so you gotta keep talking." All right, so let me keep talking. Damn, let me keep talking. But all right, so shout out to everybody that's checking on the check-in and everybody that actually support DJButterrock. And if I'm looking over here in the monitor here, I gotta upload a video, goddamn it. Hold on for a minute, but I'm gonna keep talking. And they say that shit while you walking, nigga. Keep talking. Here's the video. Here, shout out to Gunna.
I might do this love album. I might do like not all just love songs, but just a pocket of songs that's just more intimate songs. Like I think that's gonna be the next album for me. I'm still signed to YSL. I'm still providing, like we still pushing, like no paperwork has been changed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like whatever's been getting and how we've been pushing this shit, it's still going. Right now, like I be going Boss Man D-Lo like a motherfucker, like he hard. I know they're not all the words, bro. Like for real. Like that get me in a pocket. And I just feel good. I've been on his wave.
First shout out Offset, because he from the town, he from Atlanta, first off. And then the way we work is organic, it's not forced. So when we get together, it's more or less fun. We having a good time. He come with the beats, so I might come with some beats, and Turbo come in, and then we just collaborate. It's always and I think like we actually like put that battery in each other back when we in that studio too. So that's why the music sound how it sound too. We pushing each other.
So is there a Gunna Offset collab album?
Definitely. Yes. And it's in the works. But we spacing it out. You know, he dropped this album, I dropped my album, I was on his, he was on mine, and I feel like that was, you know, sprinkles and breadcrumbs for us to give you that meal soon.
You know how you just focus and you locked in and can't nobody tell you nothing. Like I'm at that stage right now. Like I ain't saying like I ain't gonna listen, but I'm saying like as far as my goals, can't nobody stop me from reaching them.
Gunna.
I might do this love album.
Hey, Gunna, man, you heard what he said, man. He said he's locked in, man. I like that young brother, man. I like Gunna. I'm gonna be promoting a lot of Gunna music. We're gonna have part 2. I have like the Untold Stories is it's a series. So every artist we do on here, we got a part 1. We got chapters, just chapter 1. And chapter 2, we could get into more of the music part. And we got to get the elephant in the room out the fucking room, though. If it was an allegation, this brother snitched on Doug, and he said YSL was a gang. Nigga, what is it? Nigga, hold on for a minute, cuz I'm a street nigga. What is YSL? What? All right. Doug, if you said, I'm gonna send this video to you, Doug, because I know you about that damn life. So, Doug, young Doug, check. Maybe that's a question. Yeah, you might say Butterrock, motherfucker. It ain't his job to tell the judge or the prosecutor that we a motherfucking gang. All right, so he should have shut the fuck up. Ain't his job to tell nobody we a motherfucking gang. He was just get on, he get in, shut the fuck. Well, all right, so Doug, what he supposed to do in 100 years? She was asking questions. So what he want to say? Nah, no, we sell ice cream. We sell. I don't know what the fuck he supposed to say, Doug. Yeah, I just want you to answer that question for Cx1DJs. We do things different podcast. How the brother supposed to answer that question, young Doug? You know I love you, young Doug. What the fuck do YSL stand for? All right then. What is YSL? Stand on it, young Doug. Just like Gunna stand on it. All he said what the fuck it was. The prosecutor said, is YSL a gang? That nigga said, hell yeah, nigga. Gunna. You stand, I guess he said he was the stand on. Now he stand on business. He said that shit is the goddamn gang, nigga. YSL, Young Slime Life Records, nigga. So when you look at it, you go like, you know what? This nigga is honest. But came from a good family. Mommy and daddy. Good schooling. He told on allegedly, I don't know what the fuck Gunna did. They said he told on somebody. I don't got no proof of that shit. I'm talking on the proof I got. I love you, Gunna. Keep up the good work. I love you, Doug. Keep up the good work. But just I'm gonna say this. Know your worth. Just keep it all business. Everybody don't come to my house. I don't hang out with everybody. I don't bring nobody on runs. I don't bring nobody on shit that I need to be doing properly. Doug is an artist. He's a good artist. He's an entertainer. He need to stay doing entertaining shit. God bless you all. We got George Michael next Sunday. I'm gonna say this again. December. I'm tripping. March the fucking 15th. That's on a Sunday, 8 p.m. East Coast time. George Michael. And then on the 16th, we got Chief Keef. So that's March the 16th, Monday, March the 16th, 8 p.m. Untold Stories. Chief Keef. Let's have a conversation of the Untold Stories with DJ Butterrock. I'm be your host, DJ Butterrock, Cx1DJs. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you see this on iHeartMedia or Apple Music or Apple Podcasts or anywhere you listen to your podcasts. Come to YouTube. Please like and share and subscribe. Show your love to the Cx1DJs. Make sure I'm gonna do this because I support everybody, even though you don't support me and you half-assing. Make sure you check out the Cx1DJ 247 radio every day, 24 hours a day. We play hip hop, R&B, underground music. Download the TuneIn app, and also we are on Apple Music, so you could download the TuneIn app on your Android iPhone, or you could get the Apple Music on your iPhone, and you can download the Apple Music app and listen to us on Apple Music. Just search for Cx1DJs 247 Radio on Apple Music. All right, I promise I ain't gonna go past 2 after. Love you guys, and God is good. And shout out to Julia Simmons. And I'm gonna say this one more time before I go. Julia said I gotta stay to 10 after. I gotta make it. I can't go to 9:10. She said. And that's my PR. She just texted me. She said, Butterrock, you can't get off that motherfucker. It got to be an hour. We send this to all the distributors. They want an hour. Okay, I'm going to give you a fucking hour. So we done with the Gunna part. I got some more stuff to say about Gunna. Gunna got a world tour coming up. He got another project he's doing. And we're going to send this stuff to Gunna people when it's over, and hopefully we could get him on. I'm going to tell y'all that because a lot of people don't know the format. We don't want to interview nobody on the Untold Stories. This is not an interview for them. This is Cx1DJ, DJ Butterrock, the platform breaking down the story of them and whatever they did good or bad. This show is not for interviews. It's documentary form and educational. It's not for interviews. We contact the record company. We contact the artists. We email their people. We tag them in the shit. They know this is done by Cx1DJs 247 Radio, powered by. And if you want to be a real nigga, if you go to the Cx1DJs Instagram page, we are streaming live on the Cx1DJs Instagram page. This is powered by Cx1DJs 247 Radio, Apple Music. All the Untold Stories is powered by our radio station. Then we leak it over to our podcast. So this is powered by our radio station, Cx1DJs 2% radio. So this is a radio show that we emerged it to our podcast. So a lot of people don't understand this is done by a radio station. This ain't done. It's the podcast with the radio station, but it's really we play Gunna music. Everybody that we do an Untold story on, we are playing your music. We ain't just doing some shit and we we get it together and we do it. So and we don't want to go past an hour, so we never gonna do over an hour. But I will say this shit. Do I think Gunna's a snitch? Let me drink my water. Hold on for a minute. No. He's not a snitch. He's a young man that was put in places that he shouldn't been in. He's not no goddamn snitch. He's a young man that was put in situations that he shouldn't been in. He's a young king. He's an artist. He's nothing. I'm going to continue to play Gunna music. I'm going to continue to support young Doug. I'm going to continue to support the young black kings that get money and fame and gotta have, it could be the environment you go up in. I'm from the projects. I mean, I'm 52 years old. I've been in the music industry 30 fucking years, so I'm qualified to say my opinion on something. I've been around snitches. Gunna ain't no snitch. He is a young brother that was trying to get to the bag. Unfortunately, you get tied up in the street shit. You can't say you down and you ready to ride when you really ain't ready to ride. So Gunna, let me talk to you real quick. Come in. Listen to me. Don't you ever in your fucking life put your mama, your brother, your sister, your record company, nobody ever need to go through this shit again. Okay? So you have to separate yourself from certain shit because you have people that depend on you. It's about you, Gunna, tonight. So you have people that depend on you. So if you fuck up, if you down, everybody's down. If you are the breadwinner, you can't not allow the environment that you're around, multi-million-dollar environment, bring you to the. You ever see a motherfucker had it all and then all of a sudden God take it all, nigga? And it could be who you're around. You probably know they doing crazy shit, but you like, nigga, I'm part of this, but shit, nigga, I ain't with that. So you know, when the boys come to get you, they're gonna come get all the top dogs. And Gunna, unfortunately, you was next to the top dog because you was a top dog and you was selling the records. Doug is the top dog because he made the empire. So they're gonna take the top dog, the next to the top dog. They taking everybody, baby. That's the Fed. That's the state. That was a state shit too. Now I'm gonna say this shit because I know niggas that went to the feds. I don't know how the hell them niggas in Fannie Willis, whatever the fuck her name is, how the hell she got along and got away with a lot of them charges and got to foul some of that shit. I don't get it. That's the politics of when you. This ain't even. We're just gonna talk about the politics of the bullshit. So you have the bullshit, as in you out there doing bullshit, or your team out there doing bullshit, and niggas is getting taken out of here, or lifestyles is being changed over y'all bullshit. So I gotta put some blame on that, Gunna. You was with the bullshits at the time. The bullshit happened, but do I think you should have sat there and lied on the stand to any goddamn body when you're under oath? Fuck no. And I don't think it being you told your truth in your own words, your truth. All right, I ain't saying it was everybody else's truth. You are not classified as snitch in Cx1DJs lane, my lane, DJButterrock, none of my producers lane, anybody that was part of this program tonight. No one look at you as a snitch. Because if we looked at you as a snitch, we would not be doing an Untold story on you. I don't think if your team think no one's gonna watch this, or your own niggas gonna watch it. I don't give a fuck if one motherfucker watch it. It could be that one motherfucker that I could change lives of thinking that you was a goddamn snitch. You could have that one industry motherfucker, that one fan. But see, one thing I tell you, 2026, who gives a fuck? Whoever got the bag, I don't give a fuck. You a snitch, bitch, kitch, whatever, nigga. You got the bag. You my nigga. That's how a lot of these people think. I'm from the old school. I don't think like that. This how I think. If you bad for my health, and we can't really mingle and jingle, you can't be a part of it. So that you can't be a part of me. This is what I tell people. Your whole fucking career need to be corporate. You know what corporate is? I'm gonna teach you. Hey, Doug, Doug and Gunna. Let me teach y'all something real quick. Because my people sending this shit to all y'all, which y'all are probably on here. I don't know. Listen to this. You know what the white people do? They go to work, they tell motherfuckers what to do, and they go home. It ain't all that hanging out, mingling, going out, popping bottles, and doing other gangster shit or other shit y'all was doing over there in YSL. Listen to me. You go punch the clock, go home, do what you do, go home to your family. Make your money, get the fuck out of here. Don't hang out with no fucking body. Don't call no fucking body. Take your ass home. I got 5 phones. So nigga can't put me in some shit I ain't supposed to be into. I got 5. No, what? You could trace my. See, with the YSL shit, they had niggas texting and calling their phone records. Nigga, come on, nigga. You niggas all is the blame of anybody downfall over there. You niggas. You can't blame one person. You can't put it on Gunna. You can't put it on nobody. I don't know. All I'm gonna say is some people is I got one more minute and I'm out of here. Some people is their own blame for their own downfall. You can't be blaming one person for some shit that went down. Now, for all the new people that came in here, let me I'm gonna play this video real quick, and I'm gonna for some people that just came in, because I really do support these young brothers. Let me get this. I'm gonna get this on. We out of here.
I might do this love album. Might do like, not all just love songs, but just a pocket of songs that's just like, just more intimate songs. Like, I think that's gonna be the next album for me. I'm still signed to YSL. I'm still providing, like, we still pushing, like, no paperwork has been changed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, whatever's been getting and how we've been pushing this shit, it's still going. Right now, like, I be going Boss Man D-Lo like a motherfucker, like, he hard. I know they're not all the words, bro. Like, for real. Like, that get me in the pocket. And I just feel good. I've been on his wave.
First shout out Offset, because he from the town. He from Atlanta, first off. And then the way we work is organic. It's not forced. So when we get together, it's more or less fun. We having a good time. He come with the beats, so I might come with some beats, and Turbo come in, and then we just collaborate. It's always and I think, like, we actually, like, put that battery in each other back when we in that studio too. So that's why the music sound how it sound too. We pushing each other.
So is there a Gunna Offset collab album?
Definitely. Yes. And it's in the works. But we spacing it out. You know, he dropped this album, I dropped my album. I was on his, he was on mine. And I feel like that was, sprinkles and breadcrumbs for us to give you that meal soon.
You know how you just focus and you locked in and can't nobody tell you nothing. Like, I'm at that stage right now. Like, I ain't saying like I ain't gonna listen, but I'm saying, like, as far as my goals, can't nobody stop me from reaching it.
I'm gonna tell you something. The only thing I do like about going to jail, I hate to say this, I know this is gonna sound crazy. I know this is gonna sound fucking crazy. People want to say, Butterrock, you a goddamn boy, you a fool. I'm gonna tell you, only thing good about going to jail is you lose fucking weight. No disrespect to Gunna. He was fat as hell before he went to jail. Y'all agree? Don't y'all agree? That nigga was out of shape as a motherfucker. Now he buff, he's slim, but he's in shape. Gunna look like a goddamn model, runway model. He go out there with goddamn he got the look now, man. So that's why we didn't want to get none of the heavy set Gunna pictures. Gunna, I don't want nobody to fucking laugh. Gunna went to jail fat, came back skinny, and Doug went to jail skinny and came out fat. That's some crazy ass shit. What the fuck are y'all? Gunna wasn't eating, but Doug was eating in jail. God damn it. Doug came out fat as hell. Gunna came out skinny and in shape. Like, God damn, this nigga was pushing weight, and Gunna, and then I think Doug would say he was in there eating noodles and shit in Henry County jail. He was doing a whole bunch of shit in Henry County. Goddamn, shout out to him. I was locked up in Henry County too. They do fit you good in Henry County. Shout out to Henry County Jail. Anyway, back to you. CX1DJs, we do things different podcast. Today's show was Untold Stories with with Gunna and YSL. Young Slime Life Records. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the producers that was a part of the show. Shout out to everybody that helped me put it together. And shout out to everybody on TuneIn. Shout out to everybody on iHeartMedia, Apple Music, Spotify, everybody, all my platforms that stream this show and promote the show is going to promote it when it's over, so we can get the million views. And shout out to YouTube. That YouTube numbers is not right on the front foot. These numbers is more than the show. YouTube been having a problem. I'm not tripping. We on 800 different platforms. So I'm not worried about one platform, but we do love YouTube, and I love YouTube, and I'm gonna say YouTube, I love you guys. Your stimulations are too fucking high for a motherfucker to make it, but goddamn it, shit, you gotta monetize your goddamn self. I'm monetized, baby. So next week, this show we doing next week is for all the old school lovers. We got shout out to everybody in the UK. We got George Michael. George Michael was one of the lead singers of Wham. Okay, we got George Michael. He passed away December 25th, 2016. And his people hit us up. He got a new documentary coming out, George Michael. The name of the documentary is named after him. We are one of the first. They rolling out to all the podcasters, some of the independent radio stations, and some of the major radio stations. And this is brought to you by iHeartMedia, Cx1DJs, NJC Promotion, and shout out to my coach from iHeartMedia, Chad, for bringing me this beautiful for dropping in my lap so I could do the Untold Stories of George Michael. And he is a multi-platinum superstar. We have a lot of different artists coming to the Untold Stories, and I'm blessed to tell a story in my point of view. So I'm gonna say that, I'm gonna look at my camera. I want everybody for the people that don't want to fucking pay attention to what the fuck we are doing. The pay attention. CX1DJs Untold Story is an industry. Listen to me. Industry original show done by the CX1DJs Coalition LLC, the CX1DJ Podcast LLC, joint venture with major labels, PRs, producers, iHeartMedia, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Get it? So all we on the same page here, and all the journalists information we get is all cleared and it's all legit. We don't do allegedly here. If I got to say allegedly, I'm not going to report it. If I ever got to say allegedly, I'm not fucking saying shit, because allegedly to me means some bullshit. Now what I do, I get the information from the PRs, the management, record companies, and then I do my little spin to it. I get my opinion, which we all got opinion. All right. But I make sure I have my professional 30 years opinion in this music industry. I am also a certified independent record promoter. So most of these artists that I'm doing an Untold Story on, we are playing it on our radio station, and that's CX1DJs 247 Radio. You can download it on the TuneIn app, on your Android, iPhone, or also you can check us out on Apple Music. Apple Music, okay? Search for CX1DJs 247 Radio on Apple Music. I'm going to say it again. It's CX1DJs 247 Radio on Apple Music. Also, we are also on the TuneIn app. You download your TuneIn app and you search for CX1DJs on TuneIn, on the TuneIn Radio app. We global, baby. This ain't no bullshit we doing here. This major shit we doing here. Shout out to T-Cap, shout out to DJ Money, shout out to Julia Simmons, Bill Watson, Troy Wallace, the whole CX1DJ family. Shout out to Punkin Foot, the Panty Girl. We have her documentary coming out. That's going to be crazy. That drops in July 2026. Is going to be crazy. Shout out to everybody in New Jersey. Shout out to everybody that support me. And I will say this, I will end this all by God is good, and understand this, without God, you have nothing. Don't forget, we have Chief Keef. We doing, shout out to everybody at Interscope Records. Hey, God is blessing me. We got the Chief Keef thing. We doing an Untold Story on Chief Keef. And I fuck with Chief Keef. So when Interscope brought me that, like, yo, you can do it. I was like, I take it, fuck it. So shout out to Interscope Records. The new Interscope Records, like, they got all new people over there. They, shout out to the baby, all of them. We're going to be doing a lot of shit with Interscope Records as well. So shout out to Interscope Records. We got Chief Keef, Untold Stories, and that will be December 16, Monday, December 16, 8 p.m. East Coast time. And I love you guys, and shout out to everybody in my team, man. I don't got nothing else to say. We went over it a little bit, but we out. CX1DJs, we do things different. Peace.